Hey everybody, this is your boy Quaz coming at you. I had promised you a podcast and my boy D was going to be on it and everything. You know what? It happened. Me and my boy D got together to do the podcast and we did it. Um, you know, we had a good show. We talked about the Democratic presidential debate, talked football, talked a whole bunch of shit, and I was so happy. I was like, yes, I'm gonna upload this on YouTube. We're gonna have a great show, and life is gonna be peaches. But then come to realize, the clip was too long. It was too long, and I couldn't extract. First of all, I couldn't extract the video off my phone to my computer up to YouTube. Apparently, I don't know. I'm trying to figure this shit out. Apparently, you can't have a video more than 30 minutes, or else you can't extract it or upload it. That's kind of a bummer. So I want to get a show done. I want to put up something on YouTube besides just the test video I have. And D, if you listen to this tomorrow morning, sorry, bro. Technical difficulties. We're trying to fix this shit and get a good product out there. And we're gonna get there. A little technical difficulty that, yeah, your boy Quaz, he's an IT guy, can't figure out. But we'll get there, my man. We'll get there. Um, anyways, I'm gonna put this up real quick. It's what, Thursday morning? Early Thursday morning right now. Sitting here watching TV. I'm watching. What is this movie I'm watching? The Secret Life of Walter Mitty. The movie with Ben Stiller and Kristen Wiig. Yes, stupid movie, but there's nothing else on. Um, anyways, I watched the presidential debate the other night. A couple of quick points. I thought Hillary Clinton did a real good job, and Bernie Sanders, I was impressed by him. He did a lot of real good stuff. He said a lot of real good things that I liked. But before I get into that, I challenge anyone right now to name the three other candidates that were on stage with Clinton and Sanders. Yeah, you know what? I'll be honest. Before last night, I couldn't name them. I could barely name Bernie Sanders. I know it was Bernie something. I thought it was Bernie Bankoff or Bickersoft. That's the Wall Street guy, right? But anyways, the other three were Martin O'Malley, former governor of Maryland, and he was mayor of Baltimore back in the 2000s. And then you had Lincoln Chafee. I don't know who that is. Supposedly he was a congressman, governor of Rhode Island or something. But the dude looked like one of the original founding fathers, and he really didn't bring nothing to the table. Disappointing. And the last one was Chris Webb, former governor of Virginia, and all he kept saying was like, I served in Vietnam, my son served in Iraq, I was Secretary of Defense, let's go to war with China. And then he complained about not getting enough airtime. Well, Miss Clinton, she got 10 minutes, and I'm standing here, just fighting for airtime. If you had shit to say, Chris Webb, Jim Webb, whatever your name is, maybe you would get more airtime, but you didn't say shit. So, doom on you. Bernie Sanders, he made a lot of real good points. One of the key points that I liked was when Hillary Clinton was asked about the Benghazi emails. Sanders was asked to follow up on it, and he's like, who the hell cares about the Benghazi emails? Only people that care about them are the Republicans. Let's talk about the real issue. Let's talk about climate change. Let's talk about immigration. Let's talk about healthcare reform. Let's talk about abortion. The Republicans want to talk about anything but those issues. They'd rather talk about Benghazi emails and whatnot, which I thought was an excellent point. And Hillary Clinton, she loved the fact that one of her Democratic, rival contenders was, sticking up for her. And most of the runners were, they're like, who really cares about the Benghazi emails? No one, and only the Republicans do, because, that's the only thing they can stick on Clinton. And it's really a non-issue. Come on, get over it, right? I thought the debate was, well done. It was very informative. I got to know who the all the candidates were, and I think Clinton did a heck of a job. A plus on her. You know, she did great. Um, so yeah. Um, I was gonna say, oh yeah, Trump. When I was talking to Dee earlier, we came up to the analogy that right now, at this stage of the presidential race, it's really just a warm up, you know? Like when you have a race, like in the Olympics, when you have the 100 meters, the 400 meters, whatever, right? You have your warm up phase of the race, right? Where you're not taking the race too seriously. You're just warming up. You know, you're getting ready for the push. And that's what Clinton's doing. That's what Jeb Bush is doing. That's what the serious contenders are doing. Right now, Trump, he's running at full pace. And if you ever watched races in the Olympics or any type of race, you'll note that like when the race starts, one guy jumps out into a big lead, right? But usually he or she cannot maintain that lead. They usually burn out, and the guys that are pacing themselves usually end up winning. Right now, Trump's running at full pace like the Roadrunner. Uh, Clinton and Bush, they're pacing themselves. They know when the primaries come in January and February, that's when they need to pick up the pace. And by that time, Trump's going to burn himself out. He's not a real contender. Don't anybody take him too seriously. The other contenders aren't. They're laughing at him right now. They're like, all right, yeah, you know, gas yourself up, you know, and, come next June, you'll be at home while Clinton and Bush are getting the nods by their parties at the conventions, right? Anyways, enough about presidential talk. One thing I had to bring up, a couple of news items real quick. My heart's a little bit broken. Sad news came out, I think it was yesterday or even the day before. Playboy magazine. The magazine itself, the hard cover, the issues, the paper magazine, they will no longer publish naked centerfolds. Oh man, that just breaks my heart. Because Playboy magazine was the first magazine, I think, for myself and a lot of other guys and girls that were exposed to nudity. I mean, yeah, in today's age, the internet, there's so much abundance of porn. It's so easily accessible. But you have to remember, back in my days when I was a young knucklehead, 12, 13 years old, finding a naked woman was really hard. And if you were lucky enough to get your hands on a Playboy, a Penthouse, a Hustler, a Chick, or whatever magazine that had naked ladies in them, you were jumping for joy. And again, myself and a lot of guys, my age, you have a long history with Playboy. You know, we can go back to Playboys with fond memories, right? Fond memories and a lot of toilet paper. So when I heard that news that Playboy magazine would no longer be having naked ladies in the magazines, I was like, wow, it's the end of an era. I guess that's one of the negative effects of the internet and internet porn that is, causing magazines like Playboy and Penthouse to alternate do different and crazy stuff to their magazines. Playboy magazine is no longer going to feature naked ladies. Well, Penthouse and magazines like Hustler, they went the opposite direction. They went hardcore to show just hardcore shit, Good move, bad move, I don't think it really matters because at the end of when it comes down to it, the internet's gonna win out. Today's day and age, no one looks at paper magazines anymore. The paper industry is dying. Newspapers, magazines, whatever. I mean, when's the last time anyone's really picked up a magazine? I mean, the only magazine I really look at is Sports Illustrated, and that's because, I didn't have time to go to the website, the si.com website, to look at the magazine, which is available online, right? Last time I had a Playboy magazine, I had to go back to the 90s, like 98, 97, 98, when I actually had a Playboy magazine in my hand. That's a long time ago, and that's just indication, small little indication of the reality of the paper industry. Who reads a newspaper anymore? Books, yeah, maybe you can have online books. It's just a dying. 20, 30, 50 years from now, we're not going to have any of that shit. It's not going to be around. It's a done deal. A couple of big games coming up this week. Well, not really big games. One big game. Saturday night, 8 p.m. in the Swamp. My Florida Gators are taking on the LSU Tigers. I think Gators are number 7, LSU is number 4. This is a big deal for the Gators. If we win this, we are definitely in the hunt for the playoff. In one of the seats, we can punch one. Well, we can't punch it, but we have a strong case to punch a ticket for one of the seats. One of the 4 seats in the playoff system. We get this win Saturday. Man, we control our destiny then. Then again, if we lose, we're pretty much dead. We're done, right? But I'm going to be rooting for my Gators Saturday night. Rooting for them strongly. Had a lousy weekend this past weekend. I bet on a couple of games. Nothing really, I had a parlay. Didn't come to fruition. I don't know why I waste time and money on parlays, but made some of my money back with some of the NFL games. Cowboys got crushed by the Patriots, man. I was like, God damn. Without Romo and Des Bryant, Cowboy season's done. Patriots look strong. Bet on them. Bet on the Patriots the rest of the way. Just don't even waste time. We got a game tomorrow night, or tonight. We got Falcons at Saints. Put your money on the Falcons and go. The Saints are just terrible this year. They suck. They're no good. So put your money on the Saints tonight. I'll probably have more of a breakdown on games Friday when I do a quick podcast, and I'm gonna try and get Dee to jump in with me to do one. But right now I'll go back to watching Walter Mitty. Sean Penn, I don't know why he came in this movie. He's in this movie, but it still doesn't seem like he was needed for this movie. Any other, B, C, D-list actor could have done the role Penn did. But I guess, who's the dude? Who's the dude? Ben Stiller. Like, he just wants to show the world, like, yeah, I'm cool with Sean Penn. I'm cool with, Robert De Niro. I'm cool with Tom Cruise. I'm in movies with him. I think Ben Stiller, he still has a chip on his shoulder on trying to be a A-list actor, and he's trying to prove a point that, hey, look at me, I'm hanging out with these cool guys. That's just the perception I get, when he drags Sean Penn to go do a movie with him. That's my opinion. The only redeeming part is Kristen Wiig. She knocked her role out in the movie. I loved it. I liked the movie itself in a whole, but I just didn't like that, creepy aspect of Stiller trying to prove, hey, I'm this cool guy. I can do all these cool things. Kind of like Adam Sandler too. Adam Sandler trying to prove, he can actually play basketball or football in all the movies that he makes, and he's actually married to all these hot chicks, or going out with these hot chicks, and he's like Selma Hayek, Jennifer Aniston. Come on, real life, bro, you're never gonna get that, right? Just because you're Adam Sandler, just because you're Ben Stiller, this shit's happening, right? But I'll probably be the same way. When I blow up, I'll probably do the same thing. Hey, look, I'm in a movie with Ben Stiller, motherfuckers. All right, yo. That's it for me. It's late. I'm going to finish watching my movie, and then I'm going to hit the sack off to work tomorrow like all the other slaves, right? Quazemoto Show, thanks for listening. Send your emails, quasemotoshow@gmail.com. Go to YouTube, look up my channel, Quazemoto Show, and enjoy the podcast. Peace, everybody. I'm out.